Hey YouTube, good day, checking in. I know it's been a while, so DJ watching a video of his today reminded me I better make a video before everybody thinks I've disappeared off the net. So yeah, first off, just a couple videos I watched today I wanted to recommend to everybody. I'll put them in the box below, the links for them. One's from DJ Moore and the other one's Pastor Dal. I recommend them highly to kind of set the mood of the day. Both on point, over the target. So I guess there's been a lot to talk about, but I haven't had a lot to say. Been taking care of business and just had a lot to do. The obviously Oregon Bundy thing, Bunkerville situation continues to, I don't know, I call it escalation, I guess. Still waiting for my turn, I guess you'd say, but it's just a matter of when they want to do what they want to do. I don't think there's, you can't control that. So just live life and continue to move forward, and they're going to do what they're going to do. One thing interesting that he did come out of that, I saw on a link yesterday, was that Santilli brought up in a court hearing that Clark County, most of southern Nevada, was given to Nevada through territory acquisition from the territory of Arizona after Nevada was already a state. So I looked up some of that, and I found that quite interesting. It was in 1866, I believe, and even if you go off of the premise of the whole way the Constitution of Nevada was written, which was amended by the people, by the way, in the 1990s, that Southern Nevada was given, which is Clark County essentially. When you look at the line, it's probably part of a couple other counties, but pretty much it was handed over to the state at that time, and also a large portion of the eastern part of the state, which would be Elko, Lincoln, and White Pine. There's a strip of about 150 miles that was ceded from the Utah territory after Nevada had statehood as well. I found that quite interesting, and if territory was granted to the state after it was statehood, then all that territory would have no claim by the federal government, no matter how you write the law, I don't think. I found that quite interesting. They brought that up. I hadn't, even in what I have studied, I mean, in the book I looked it up in, it showed the map even of when the territory is ceded, but didn't even mention the process through it went through. And this was a state about basically Nevada statehood in the Constitution. And it didn't mention in detail those processes, which I found interesting. So that's something more to look into. That's definitely talk about opening up a ball of worms and asking for restitution for 150 years of federal overreach, basically. So something to look into yourself. I'll try to put a link to a couple things I found on that, which may or may not help the case in court, but irregardless, further fuel for the fire, I guess. So that's a lot of stuff to look into. Like I said, I'm continuing to do my thing. Lots going on. Maybe when I get a better time to discuss what's happened since January 2nd of this year, I will. But there's still a lot of things that I don't know, that I'm not sure that other people know, and I'm not sure that I know what other people know. So there's a lot to still be investigated and reviewed. So I'd say that's probably the biggest reason I've remained quiet about a lot of it, is misinformation, disinformation, and lies, deceit, and propaganda, and all that other stuff. So trying to do my own homework on a lot of it. But obviously things here are going pretty well with the spring. The river is flowing very well. And it's been a really good spring, wet spring. Even had some snow into the month of May. And hopefully it doesn't get too warm so that the snowpack stays up high. But as far as environmentally and just seasonally, it's going really well here. Hopefully those reservoirs are filling up downstream, all the farmers have a good crop this year. They talked about farmers in Lovelock plowing crops for the first time in several years, since pretty much the drought was declared, I believe. So they got their first water allocations in quite a while. So that's good news for everybody. I think that's a lot of onions and not tomatoes, but a lot of onions and other things down there that they farm, I believe, that maybe it'll be cheaper for you. I don't know. So just checking in, want to check out those videos, sharing some information. Hope everybody stays in touch. Prayers and thoughts are always welcome. Live free.